First, we can study female reproductive system. In the female reproductive system, we can see ovaries, oviduct, uterus, vagina and vulva. First one is ovaries. The ovaries are two whitish oval bodies. They are located in the abdominal cavity on either side of the uterus. Here, uterus is in the center, and the left side and right side of the uterus, near the uterus region, two ovaries we can see, that is in the abdominal cavity. So what the main function of this ovaries? Ovaries main function is it produces eggs. Only one egg is produced by an ovary alternatively every month. Means if 1 month right side of the ovary produces the egg, means next month the left side of the ovary produces the egg. So ovaries main function is they produces the eggs. Only one egg is produced by an ovary alternatively every month. That is the ovaries. Ovaries main function is produces the egg or ovum. A mature egg contained in a cellular sac is called the follicle. As the egg grows larger, the follicle also enlarges and gets filled with a fluid and is known as Graafian follicle. When the egg grows and it is filled by a fluid, so that structure is called Graafian follicle. When ripe, the follicle bulges over the surface of the ovary. When it becomes mature, so it enlarges and undergoing a swollen condition. The process of production of eggs is called as oogenesis. The producing ova or eggs is called as a oogenesis. It takes place in the ovary region. Here we can see one of the process, that is ovulation. Ovulation is the rupture of the follicle releasing the egg. So when it matures, the Graafian follicle rupture and it releases the matured egg. That process is called ovulation. This released egg is picked up by the next part, that is called as a fallopian tube. In the fallopian tube region, there is a finger-like projection is there. That finger-like projection is called fimbriae. It receives that released egg. The remaining Graafian follicle is there, that ruptured Graafian follicle, it converts into a yellow mass that is called corpus luteum. The ruptured Graafian follicle, it converts into a yellow mass that is called corpus luteum. It secretes two hormones. One is estrogen and is the progesterone. The estrogen secreted by the follicle, it helps for the ovulation. That is, in follicle, it releases the estrogen hormone, it secretes the estrogen hormone, it helps for the ovulation. And this corpus luteum, it secretes the progesterone hormone also. So these two hormones are produced by the corpus luteum. Next part, oviduct. It is called as fallopian tube. A pair of narrow muscular long ducts extended from each ovary to the upper part of the uterus. There are two tube-like or duct-like structure is there. They starting from the ovary region and they then join into the upper part of the uterus. So that is called as fallopian tube or oviduct. The mouth of this oviduct is expanded to form a funnel-shaped structure. Here the mouth part of this fallopian tube is expanded like funnel-shaped structure. And what is the main function of this oviduct or fallopian tube? The eggs that are released from the ovary pass into the uterus through the fallopian tube. This fallopian tube or oviduct, it is a connection between the ovary and uterus. So what are the eggs are released from the ovary, that eggs are then carried by this fallopian tube, and through the fallopian tube it enters inside the uterus region. Here fallopian tube shows the peristalsis like movement, means contraction relaxation, like that movement it shows. So with the help of this peristalsis movement, it pushes the egg to the uterus region. So it is a fallopian tube or oviduct. Next, uterus. The uterus is a hollow, inverted, pear-shaped muscular organ found in the pelvic cavity between the urinary bladder and the rectum. Here uterus is a bag-like structure and it is located in the pelvic cavity, and it is present between the urinary bladder and the rectum. Rectum, it is a part of the digestive system, we can see. So between the urinary bladder and rectum it is located. And what is the main function of this uterus? The uterus main function is the baby develops in the uterus region. Here after fertilization, what embryo will form? That embryo grows in the uterus region and then it gives rise to a baby. So growth of the embryo takes place in the uterus region. The lower part of the uterus is narrower, so that part is called cervix. The lower part of the uterus is narrower, so that narrower part of the uterus is called cervix. And the upper part of the uterus, it receives the fallopian tube. It is a broader one. Upper part of the uterus is broader one, so it receives the fallopian tube, and lower part is narrower, that is called as a cervix. Next, vagina. The uterus opens to the outside through a long muscular tube called vagina. When uterus opens outside, that outside part is called vagina. Vagina is a long muscular tube-like structure. It is situated between the rectum and the urethra. It is situated between the rectum and urethra. So what is the function of this vagina? The vagina receives the male penis during copulation and also serves as the birth canal. Here, during the copulation, the penis enters inside the vagina region. Also, the vagina, it is the main function is it to help for the birth of the baby. The birth of the baby also takes place through this vagina region. And the sperms are discharged into the vagina region also. The opening of the vagina in young females is partially closed by a thin membrane called hymen. The hymen is frequently ruptured in childhood due to physical exercises or diseases. Next, vulva. So the urethral opening is seen above the vaginal opening in the region of the vulva. So in the region of the vulva, we can see the urethral opening as well as a vaginal opening. That is the last part, vulva. The sides of the vulva have two small fleshy folds, the labia minora, which are hidden by large hairy folds called labia majora. You can see the two fleshy fold, labia minora and labia majora. These folds are equivalents of the male scrotum. In the uppermost angle of the vulva, in front of the urethral opening, is located a small erectile clitoris, which is highly sensitive and is the equivalent of male penis. So in the diagram you can observe a pair of ovaries located on either side of the uterus region. Its main function is produces the egg. And next it connected to the tube-like structure that is called oviduct or fallopian tube. That fallopian tube then opens into the uterus region. Uterus is a bag muscular-like structure, and the narrower part of the uterus is cervix, and next it opens outside, that is a vagina. So we can see the part of the female reproductive system. Menstrual cycle. The reproductive period of the human female continues from about the age of 13 years to 45 to 50 years. This period is marked by a characteristic event repeated almost every month, that is 28 days with the minor variations we can see in the form of a menstrual flow. Here in the menstrual cycle period there is a it is repeated in every month in the form of a menstrual flow. It may be temporarily stopped only by pregnancy. In here two processes we can see, menarche and menopause. First one is menarche. Menarche is the onset of menstruation in a young female at about the age of 13 years. Arche means beginning. The beginning of the menstrual cycle is called as a menarche. It will start at the age of about 13 years. Menopause is the permanent stoppage of menstruation in females at about the age of 45 years. It is also variation is there. The menopause is the permanent stoppage of the menstrual cycle. Usually it takes place at the age of 45 years. That is called as menopause. Pause means stop. In the menstrual cycle, we can see the four phases. The period of menstrual cycle is continued from the day of the onset of the flow to the next onset after 28 days. There are four phases we can see: menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase and luteal phase. First we can see menstrual phase. It lasts for 3 to 5 days during which blood is discharged. The bleeding is caused due to the shedding of the uterine lining, rupturing the blood vessels. Here it will takes 3 to 5 days. Here whatever the blood is there in the wall of the uterine, that is called as endometrium. The wall of the uterus is called endometrium. So in that the blood the rupturing of the blood vessels takes place, so discharge of the blood takes place. So in the diagram you can observe menstrual phase 3 to 5 days. Starting from the onset of the menstruation flow, the ovary begins to form a new egg in a follicle. When the discharge takes place in the ovary region, a new egg production takes place, and that is a egg is converted into a follicle region, follicular state. So in the diagram you can observe the shedding of the wall of the uterus takes place. In the same time in the ovary region the egg is converted into a follicle. Next, follicular phase. As the follicle grows, the amount of estrogens produced by the ovary increases. This hormone then acts on the uterus and causes its lining to become thicker and develop more blood vessels. This change is a kind of preparation of the uterus to receive the fertilized egg and assist in the early implantation of the embryo and its subsequent development. Here, when the discharge of the blood takes place in the menstrual phase, next the follicular phase. As the follicle grows, the more estrogen hormone is produced in the ovary region, and once again the wall of the uterus it ready to come for the normal condition, means the filling of the blood takes place in the blood vessels region and the thickening of the uterus wall takes place. The beginning of the thickening of the uterus wall takes place, and here in the ovary region the follicle it turns into a Graafian follicle stage. Next, ovulatory phase. This follicular phase takes place 5 to 12 days, the 15 to 12 days it takes place. Next, ovulatory phase. On about the 13th or 14th day of menstrual cycle, the follicle ruptures, that is called ovulation, and the released egg travels down the oviduct. Here, ovulation process takes place on 13th or 14th day. On 13th or 14th day, when this Graafian follicle ruptures, the egg is released. That is takes place in the ovary region, and in the wall of the uterus region, the supply of the blood is increased. The wall of the uterus become little bit more thick. The two hormones produced by the pituitary gland, follicle stimulating hormone, that is FSH, and luteinizing hormone, that is LH, promote the maturation and releases of the ovum. This FSH and LH, it helpful for the maturation of the egg. Next, luteal phase. It lasts from 15 to 28 days. Uterus lining thickens further and after the release of the ovum. Here, the follicle in the ovary turns into a hormone producing tissue called corpus luteum. So, I already said when the Graafian follicle ruptured, it releases the matured egg, and that ruptured Graafian follicle, it converts into a yellow mass-like structure that is called corpus luteum. So, it takes place 15th to 28 days. In the 15 to 28 days, the wall of the uterus become more thick. More supply of the blood takes place. If the ovum is fertilized, the corpus luteum continues to release progesterone and so keeps the uterus in a state suitable for implantation. Here, if the egg is fertilized, then it releases the more progesterone hormone and stop the production of or stop the maturation of another egg in the ovary region. If it is not fertilized, when the egg is not fertilized, then it will not stop the maturation of the egg in the ovary region. That is corpus luteum, because it secretes the hormone, that is a progesterone. So, this is the menstrual cycle. If on the other hand there is no fertilization, the ovum disintegrates and the corpus luteum stops producing progesterone. As a result, the thickened lining of the uterus restarts shedding on the 28th day, and the lost blood which escapes through the cervix and vagina. Here once again, if the fertilization does not take place, the shedding of the uterus wall takes place, the discharge of the blood takes place through the cervix and vagina region. So once again, menstrual cycle will continues. If the fertilization does not take place, the menstrual cycle will continue. So this is about the menstrual cycle. During the adolescent period, the sex organs become active. The testes start producing sperms and the ovaries start producing eggs. Means eggs are already present. The maturation of eggs takes place. This indicates that the individual is becoming capable of producing children. So this is the stage of puberty. Now what is this puberty? Puberty is the period during which the reproductive systems of boys and girls mature. In girls, it starts at the age of about 12, and the first sign of puberty is the development of breast. In boys, it starts at about the 13 years of age, and the enlargement of the testes is its first sign. Puberty means it's the period of during which the reproductive system of the boys and girls become mature. So boys testes ready for the production of sperms, and in the girls ovaries are in the ovary region, maturation of the eggs takes place. So that period is called as a puberty. Puberty is brought on by sex hormones. The puberty is brought about by the sex hormones. The separate sex hormones are there in the boys and girls, which start getting produced by the testes and the ovaries. The male sex hormones are called androgens. especially that hormone is called as androgens, and the example of that hormone is testosterone. Especially in the boys, the testosterone, it brings the secondary sexual characteristics, and the female ones are called estrogen. Estrogen brings the secondary sexual characteristics in girls. These hormones are activated by the follicle stimulating hormone, that is called as FSH, and is produced by the pituitary gland. So this is about the puberty. The puberty is brought especially by the sex hormones. In the boys, that is a testosterone. In the girls, that is a estrogen. And the sex hormones bring about other changes as well. These sex hormones also brought some of the changes, physical changes in their body.